Okay, this is a good one, this one. You know, Christians and Muslims blithely announce that their God is omniscient. They'll tell you it's one of his defining characteristics, it's one of his key character traits is his omniscience. But where does it come from? How do they know he's omniscient? How can anybody know that their God is omniscient? So this is the question. If you're a Muslim, if you're a Christian, what I want to know from you is, how do you know your God is omniscient? Okay? I'll give a bit of background. I won't just leave it at that, because I know the answers I'll get back. The answers I'll get back is, it says in the Bible, it says in the Qur'an, the Bible and the Qur'an, they're the word of God. God saying in his own words that he is omniscient. God has revealed himself to me that he is omniscient. These are the answers I would anticipate getting back. But let's cut those answers in their tracks, because I'm not questioning that. Let's say God exists. Let's say it says in the Bible that God is all-knowing, omniscient. Okay? Let's say that. That's not what I'm questioning. What I'm questioning is, how does God know that he is omniscient? That's the key question. For you to know that God is omniscient, God has to know himself. He has to know about his own omniscience to pass that information on to you. Of course, if God was omniscient, he'd know about his own omniscience, and he wouldn't be wrong about it because he knows everything. But if God isn't omniscient, he could be labouring under a misapprehension. He could believe himself in all honesty to be omniscient when he actually isn't, when he's actually far from it. Or he could be deceitful, couldn't he? He could not be omniscient, and he could know he's not omniscient, but he may believe it's in his interests to portray himself as omniscient. And it would, wouldn't it? I mean, you're more likely to worship an omniscient God than a limited God. So maybe he's being deceitful. But I don't want to call your God deceitful on this, because we don't even need to go that far. I want you to tell me how you know that God is this omniscient God who knows he's omniscient, and not a limited God who believes himself erroneously to be omniscient. And bear in mind, without God's omniscience, you've no way of knowing he's omnipotent, or that he's omnibenevolent. Because if he isn't omniscient, who's to tell? Who's to know for sure what acts are possible? What acts are going to constitute omnipotence? So I'll leave that with you. Let's see what replies we get back. I'll bet my shirt that nobody can demonstrate that God is omniscient, even logically, never mind scientifically. Thank you for listening.